Well, hello! Here from the Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. And well, if I pan up a bit, you might be able to see. Well, maybe it just looks white, but we have a lot of smoke here today. A whole lot of it. And what is today? Today is the 7th of June 2025. And I'm down here at Ashumn Bay, which is just to our left here. But here we have the ship with the most horsepower in the Great Lakes here, also referred to as the Beast, the Edwin H Gott, right here. Whoop. That was really smooth, Cody. And they're making their approach here to the lock. I think I have a little bit of a wait because there's a salty in the lock, and the train bridge is down right now, so they're gonna have just a little bit of a wait here. But nice weather day today, really nice, comfortable weather, short sleeves and shorts, and just, yeah, it's really comfortable day today. Earlier today I went over to a little ham, amateur radio called a ham fest, a little ham swap over in Newberry. So that was fun. I've never been to something like that before, so that was neat to go to. And well, as things go, ended up coming home with a few trinkets. It's just how it happens. So let's there we go, see? Now you can read the name, Edwin H Gott. I'm gonna adjust that just a touch. We'll pan left here and we'll note one of the other features of the Gott. They also have the longest unloading boom right there. I want to say it's like 260 feet, but don't quote me on that. I can't remember the number. Well, they got some deck lights on there. Yeah. And the Gott just seems to go and go. Like they just turn and burn all season long. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I was trying to pan. My little panning head had a little stop in it there. Here we are. Oh, that's much better. I should have done that first. The only time I've actually seen someone in that little building, they're on the bow structure, whatever you want to call it, is in bad weather. I imagine this nice little spot to get out of the weather. I can't say I blame them at all. Because, yeah, oof. We've seen the conditions they have to deal with. It's kind of crazy. So they're doing some work on the power canal. And so if you notice those orange, normally the closest one you see there, normally it would be strung across this opening like you see. It'd be right across here. But yeah, it's not there. There's something interesting about when they're doing lock on the power canal here. See, when they're doing lock, I think I said that when they're doing lock, when they're doing work on the power canal, is that on the bridges that cross the canal, they hang ropes down. And my assumption with that is the ropes are there in case someone falls in, they have something to grab, and they have hopefully several opportunities. Because, well, at the end of the canal is the power plant. So, yeah, that would not be a good time. And the water is still cold, despite the weather being decent. The water's cold, and it's very swift moving water. Like, it has a lot of velocity to it. So, like, if someone fell in, like, you're gonna be moving pretty quick. Hopefully that never gets tested. So you might hear in the background, maybe, you see one up there above the Gott there, you see there's one excavator with a hammer and one scooping into a truck, see? So you can't hear it now, but I could hear the hammer going. I wonder when they're done with all this. I'm curious how many times they will have moved all the dirt. Because what we're looking at, that pile, that wasn't there. Like, this has been hauled here. I'm assuming from the excavation. See, and then there's, where are they dumping it? They got a dozer up there. Oh yeah, see? Dumping it out. There was some chunks on that, looked like. Ooh. I don't know if you heard that. I'd be willing to bet you didn't, but I bet the Gott just changed the pitch of their propellers to go backwards. Because there was, essentially hitting the brakes. It was a very low tone, like a rumble. That wasn't there before. I suppose maybe it could be their thruster as well, but it's very reminiscent of when they are in the lock and they engage the propeller to leave. Like, it's that same thing. Like, you feel it when you're there. You feel it. And you're gonna see two trucks crossing, one empty, one full. So the dirt on the left apparently is being moved to be the dirt on the right from my expert synopsis here. There we go. From literally 0 seconds of experience. That's how I make these observations here. Interesting. So that one turned around to back up. And that one turned around to back up. There's the beast. We're too far away to get any sort of wave or anything, but I haven't recorded it here for a while, so I figured I would. There is a ton of, I don't know, gnats or something flying around, at least little tiny bugs. And they remind me, back in Oregon, there was what we called them midges, these little green midges. And they would get in these swarms in the summer by the million and just do their thing all night. I think they only lived for like 8 hours. They'd hatch, have their sorted rendezvous in these huge columns, and then in the morning, like, they'd be attracted to light too, and you end up with just these piles, or like the ground just be covered in this green, dead Dead midges from the night. That's what these little bugs remind me of, except they're not green. And they're not trying to fly up my nose. So that's nice. Alright. I can smell that smoke. So that reminds me of Oregon. I'm gonna pan way over here. There's the bridge, the Canadian side. And over here are the arches on the US side. Oh. And it's back up. I would have swore that was down. So now I'm questioning myself because I don't remember hearing the train whistles, but I saw the train waiting when I was coming here. So I guess when I leave, I'll have the answer to my question. Because if the train's still sitting there, well, they obviously didn't cross. There we go. Kind of one last slower pan here for the beast. The 1,000-foot Edwin H Gott. Doing what they do. Just go, 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 and kick butt all season long. There's that longest unloading boom. There you really get a view of it there. That. Nice. Okay. That's going to do it here from Ashumn Bay, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. I'll call that a video. I will, though, if I can do this, because I gotta come over the edge of the bed here. Bang my foot. And there's the best boy. He's right there, right, Argo? Right, Argo? There he is. He's the best boy. Good boy, Argo. You got some goobers. Good boy. Okay, well, I figured I'd just end this here and follow up. Or I guess follow up, then end this. There we go. But you might be able to see there's the train still sitting there. So apparently I was imagining things when I thought the bridge was down, because apparently it wasn't. Looking straight down the bridge. We know that one isn't down, but there used to be, at this crossing and the other one up there, I don't see it anymore. There used to be quite a bit of taconite just sitting here on the ground. I mean, just a little bit. Here's a few little pieces of taconite. For anyone who's never seen it, that's what they're... A lot of ships are hauling that and coal. Yep, that's the stuff. And I guess since I'm standing here, I'm not going to walk on the tracks. Hope I don't get any ticks. This is, it kind of gives a good representation here when I say the water's moving pretty swift. Maybe you can get an idea there of it. Like, it's going pretty quick. It wouldn't take much to be swept downstream, that's for sure. Anyway, okay, there we go. Here, we'll end it with the sun over the canal and the gates. See you next time.